Тема урока – The Tower of London, Лондонский Tower. Would you like to visit London? Let's have a look at the map of London. This is the Tower of London. The Tower of London is a fortress in the historic centre of London on the north bank of the River Thames. The tower has very long history. Long ago it was a palace, a fortress, a prison, and even a zoo. Today it is a well-known historical museum and the oldest building in Great Britain. The tower was founded by William the Conqueror, the English king. He replaced the wooden fortress onto a huge stone building in the 11th century. There are 20 towers, and the oldest of them is called the White Tower. In the 13th century, Henry III reconstructed the tower, and it became a major royal residence. Nowadays, the tower officially remains a royal palace. But now, the place is no longer a royal residence. The royal treasury is opened for visitors from the 17th century. In the Jewel House, you can enjoy the display of the crown jewels. The majority of the treasures were made for coronations and other state ceremonies. Some of them are still regularly used by the present Queen, Her Majesty Elizabeth II. The history of the tower is cruel and terrifying. When it was a prison, a lot of noble and aristocratic persons were locked up there. The kings of Scotland and France, members of their families and other prisoners of those times spent many years in the tower. Many executions and killings took place inside the tower. 3 queens were beheaded, and Elizabeth I has spent several weeks there. Perhaps you wonder how the tower could be a place for keeping animals. About 700 years ago, King Henry III got strange exotic presents. There were 3 leopards, an elephant, and a polar bear. The polar bear used to go swimming and fishing in the Thames. In 1835, all animals were sent to the zoo in Regent's Park. Now you won't find animals in the tower, but you will be surprised when you see the huge blackbirds. These birds are ravens. There are always at least 6 ravens in the tower. Their wings are clipped, so they couldn't fly away. The legend says that the kingdom will fall if the ravens leave the tower. Don't approach them very closely. They are not very friendly. One of them even beat a German minister. Every day they are given raw meat and biscuits. The Tower of London guards are often called the Beefeaters. In old times the Beefeaters served in the royal bodyguard. They were permitted to eat as much beef as they wanted from the king's table. The royal guards had to be healthy and strong. Today they work mostly as guides, show people around, and tell them the thrilling stories and legends about the tower. They will be happy to answer your questions about the tower, and you can take photos with them. And now let's learn some new words and expressions. А теперь давайте познакомимся с новыми словами и выражениями. The Tower of London is a fortress in the historic centre of London, on the north bank of the River Thames. Лондонский Тауэр – это крепость в историческом центре Лондона, на северном берегу реки Темзы. Long ago it was a palace, a fortress, a prison and even a zoo. Давным-давно это был дворец, крепость, тюрьма и даже зоопарк. The Royal Treasury – королевская сокровищница. You can enjoy the display of crown jewels. Вы можете насладиться выставкой королевских драгоценностей. The majority of treasures – большинство сокровищ. The present Queen, Her Majesty Elizabeth II, современная королева, Ее Величество Елизавета II. Were locked up, были в заключении. Were beheaded, были обезглавлены. Perhaps you wonder how the tower could be a place for keeping animals. Возможно, вы удивляетесь, как Тауэр мог быть местом, где содержались животные. The polar bear used to go swimming and fishing in the Thames. Полярный медведь часто купался и ловил рыбу в Темзе. There are always at least 6 ravens in the tower. В Тауэре всегда не менее 6 воронов. Their wings are clipped. Крылья у них подрезаны. The legend says that the kingdom will fall if the ravens leave the tower. Легенда гласит, что королевство падет, если вороны покинут Тауэр. Raw meat – сырое мясо. In old times, the beefeaters served in the royal bodyguard. They were permitted to eat as much beef as they wanted from the king's table. В старые времена служители охраны бифитеры состояли в королевской охране. Им разрешалось с королевского стола есть столько мяса, сколько они хотели. Today they work mostly as guides, show people around the tower, and tell the thrilling stories and legends about it. Сегодня они в основном работают гидами, водят людей по Тауэру и рассказывают волнующие истории и легенды о нем. By the way, are you hungry? Would you like to have a snack? Кстати, вы проголодались? Хотите перекусить? There are a lot of small cafes and restaurants at the tower and on the bank of the River Thames. Let's take a seat and enjoy British meals. В Тауэре на берегу реки Темзы много маленьких кафе и ресторанчиков. Давайте присядем и насладимся британской кухней. Just a moment, I'm coming. Hello, what would you like? Hello, I'd like to see the menu. Could you get me one, please? Yes, certainly. Here you are. Thanks. I need a while to choose. Could you come back in a minute? Right. Well, maybe I'd like some hot tea. What else? Let me think. Now, what are you having? Sorry, I haven't decided yet. Could you give me a couple of minutes? All right. I'd like a salad, a sandwich, and a cup of coffee, please. With milk? Yes, please.